Looking to skyrocket your brand's visibility? Look no further. On the Go Media delivers cutting-edge digital advertising solutions tailored just for you. Reach your audience wherever they are with precision targeting and captivating content. Elevate your brand with On the Go Media. Your digital success starts here. Contact us today. Email radio@radioonthego.com to grow your business with On the Go Digital. Locally owned and operated in Hampton, Iowa.
The following is a production of Radio on the Go Sports.
Parkersburg, Iowa Falls, Hampton, on the Go Media Station.
FM, KLMJ, Hampton, Iowa Falls, Parkersburg. Proud to be broadcasting locally from the Crown Jewel Studios in Hampton, Iowa.
Weather is brought to you by Heart of the Community, a feature heard every weekday at 10:30 on 104.9 KLMJ in 99 The Wave. Submit your nonprofit event or meeting at radioonthego.com. Clear out there tonight. Our low bottoming out near 32. We are dry for a bit. Sunny on Saturday and Sunday too. That Saturday high upper 50s. We're in the mid 60s Sunday. Windy conditions Monday with our high between 70 and.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. 10:01 on a Friday night, 44 degrees in Hampton here at the Crown Jewel Studios in Hampton, Iowa, 104.9 KLMJ, 99 The Wave. Shawn Dietz with you. The Dale Howard Sports Overdrive for week number 9 of high school football starts next.
Dale Howard Auto Center in Iowa Falls is rolling out their biggest tire sale of the year, October 22nd through the 25th. Buy 3 tires and get the 4th one free. And yes, this big tire sale can be combined with other discounts and rebates, including Dale Howard's low price guarantee. Buy 3, get 1 free. Now that's a deal that'll make your wallet smile and give you traction all winter long. Again, the big tire sale is only 4 days, October 22nd through the 25th in Iowa Falls. And hold on to your steering wheel. Dale Howard Auto Center also has Dave Deal from the service department. Longtime service advisor Dave Kellen is bringing back his famous harvest special. Get $20 off an oil change, tire rotation, and new cabin filter for your vehicle. Just ask for Dave Deal when you schedule your service. Check out DaleHoward.com for more info. So whether you need new tires, a tune-up, or a new vehicle, Dale Howard has you covered. Dale Howard Auto Center, helping you get there.
Shift gears into overdrive. Nightly Dale Howard Sports Drive on KLMJ and KQCR goes into overdrive. High school football scores and reports. The action is high school. Hi, this is Tony Howard. Just like Dale Howard's Auto Center in Iowa Falls has a 3-generation tradition in service excellence, Dale Howard is proud to begin sponsors the Friday night North Iowa football tradition with Radio on the Go. Stay tuned for the photos and reports on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive.
Good evening, high school football fans, and welcome on into week number 9 of the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive on 104.9 KLMJ, 99 The Wave, streaming around the world at radioonthego.com, Facebook Live, and YouTube at Radio on the Go. My name's Shawn Dietz. Let's go around the horn with our local scores here. In addition to being week number 9 of high school football, also the opening round of postseason action for the lower tier of classes. We'll start off in the Class 1A first round. On 99 The Wave tonight, you heard Appleton-Parkersburg on the road taking on 6th-ranked Wilton. It would be Wilton with the 38-14 victory tonight over the Falcons. Number 2, Dike New Hartford rolls tonight, a 54-0 win over Ogden. Top-ranked Grundy Center continues their unbeaten streak, 55-16, the opening round win at home tonight over Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont. And it was Number 5, South Hardin with a 40-7 win at home in Eldora tonight over the visiting Pella Christian football team. 8-player action on 104.9 KLMJ tonight. The Clarksville Indians on the road at Riceville, and it was the Riceville Wildcats moving on with a 64-26 win over Clarksville. Now to regular season action up to Class 3A. 4th-ranked Algona was in Hampton tonight for a battle of the Bulldogs at Bulldog Stadium. At the end of the first quarter, it was a close one, but 4th-ranked Algona takes down the Hampton-Dumont-CAL Bulldogs 31-6 to end HD-CAL's season. Optional Week 9 matchups. We'll explain a little bit more about that optional term here in a moment. But in Class 2A, Clarion Goldfield Downs defeated Iowa Salden 24-13. And a cross-class matchup. North Butler was on the road at 2A's New Hampton Chickasaws. New Hampton wins that one 32-8. We'll get things started with our reports tonight right here in Hampton with Chris Sauk. He was on hand as the Hampton-Dumont-CAL Bulldogs hosted the Algona Bulldogs for the regular season finale at Bulldog Stadium.
Reporting from Hampton for the Dale Howard Overdrive and KLMJ 99 The Wave. Tonight, Hampton-Dumont-CAL hosted number 4 Algona in the regular season finale. Scoring started right away in the first quarter. Algona took the opening drive, 58 yards, capping it off with a Will Weichert 4-yard touchdown run. Tate Slagle made the kick, and with 6:54 left in the first quarter, the score was Algona 7, Hampton-Dumont-CAL 0. Later in the first quarter, Hampton-Dumont-CAL Bulldogs got on the scoreboard, capping off a 56-yard drive with a Ryder Strode 9-yard touchdown run. The kick was no good. With 1:46 left in the first quarter, the score was Algona 7, Hampton-Dumont-CAL 6. In the second quarter, Algona converted a 53-yard drive late in the quarter with a 32-yard touchdown pass from Nathan Mansky to Will Weichert. Slagle's kick was good, and with 54 seconds left in the second quarter, the score was Algona 14, Hampton-Dumont-CAL 6. Starting the second half, Hampton-Dumont-CAL got the kickoff, but during that drive, Will Weichert picked off a wide receiver pass and returned it to the HD-CAL 36-yard line. The Hampton-Dumont-CAL defense stepped up and kept Algona out of the end zone on the short field. And after a punt and trading downs, Algona eventually completed a scoring drive of 58 yards with a 45-yard touchdown run by Will Weichert. Slagle's kick was good, and with 2:21 left in the third quarter, the score was Algona 21, Hampton-Dumont-CAL 6. In the fourth quarter, Algona got the ball on a short field after a failed fake punt attempt by Hampton-Dumont-CAL. So they capped off a 26-yard drive with an 8-yard touchdown pass, Nathan Mansky to Tate Garman. With 7:37 left in the fourth quarter, the score was 28-6 in favor of Algona. Later in the quarter, Algona added more points with a 32-yard field goal from Tate Slagle. With 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, the score was 31-6 in favor of Algona, and that is what the final score ended up being here in Hampton tonight. Once Algona's record moves to 8-1, Hampton-Dumont-CAL's record moves to 3-6. Once again, Algona defeated Hampton-Dumont-CAL tonight by a score of 31-6 here in Hampton. This is Chris Sauk reporting for the.
Hey, thank you very much, Chris. Appreciate it very much. And from the booth to the sidelines, our own Colt Powers has instant reaction from HD-CAL head coach Cole Miller.
It's 104.9 KLMJ 99 away here with Coach Miller from Hampton, where HD falls to Algona 31-6. It's for the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive here on your Friday night. Coach Miller, I know the game did not go the way we wanted it to, but
downs by Wilton in AP territory. So that seemed to be kind of a turning point for the Falcons. They marched down the field, and Devin Eberhardt ended up punching in a touchdown. AP goes up 7-6 because Wilton went for two a whole bunch of times in this one and missed all but one of them. The teams ended up trading fumbles. Wilton fumbled on the ensuing kickoff right after AP scored. So AP got it back, but then AP fumbles it back to Wilton a few plays later. The teams trade punts. Wilton adds a rushing touchdown by their running back Owen Hassel to take a 12-7 lead into the halftime break. AP came out with the ball first in the third quarter with a chance to possibly score and take the lead down 12-7. However, they drove down inside the 20-yard line into the red zone and turned it over on downs. That was followed by a rushing touchdown by Owen Hassel, Wilton's running back, and then Hayden Hill comes in, busts off two long runs to combine for about 50 yards, and Wilton was off to the races at that point. And a couple of touchdowns in the fourth quarter by Hassel again. He finished with 3 rushing touchdowns for the Beavers and a passing touchdown from Drew Keith to Gatlin Rogers to finish out the scoring. AP ended up turning it over 5 times, including 3 interceptions and 2 fumbles, and it proved to certainly be costly. Despite how the scoreboard ended up, interim coach Aaron Thomas says his team certainly competed really well, put themselves in position to compete in a playoff, and it did so on the road.
The whole game, that's something we haven't done her all year. We like when things kind of went bad, but at times we spit the bit and then it got bad. But the guys kept battling, kept playing, and I just appreciate their attitude from the start. They came in here expecting to win. You could see that. Unfortunately, first half we hurt ourselves with some turnovers and things where I really think we were moving the ball. We kind of had them on the ropes the first half. We needed to get more out of that, and then the second half we needed a couple of their touchdowns. The first half we just didn't tackle well enough.
Cowboys kick off.
I appreciate their fight and their work ethic all year.
Creighton Eberhardt first out of the team with 21 carries for 106 yards to lead the Falcons. Mason Horner, 15 carries for 63 yards. Touchdown runs by both Benny Waller and Devin Eberhardt. Waller in the passing game was just 3 of 14 and 3 interceptions as well. Leading receiver for the Falcons was Caleb Campbell with 1 reception for 10 yards. Meanwhile, Wilton, as a team, rushed for 294 yards, including 148 yards on 22 carries by their big-time running back, Owen Hassel. He had 3 touchdowns. Quarterback Drew Keith of the Beavers was 10 of 22 passing with 1 touchdown for Wilton. Beavers moved to 8-1, and they will host a opponent to be determined next week in the second round of the playoffs. AP has their season come to a close at 2-7 overall. Once again, the final score, number 6-1 in Wilton, 38, Appleton-Parkersburg 14. I'm John.
Hey, thank you very much, John. Great call tonight on 99 The Wave. As always, checking other scores from around Class 1A postseason first-round action. As we mentioned, Grundy Center defeating Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont tonight 55-16. Dyke New Hartford routs Ogden 54-0. It was Manson Northwest Webster 18-7 over the visiting Hudson Pirates tonight. South Hardin gets a 40-7 win at home over Pella Christian. Sumner Fredericksburg advances with a 12-0 win at Dyersville Beckman. And MFL Marmac edges Albernet tonight at home. 24-21 the final score there in Class 1A. Lots more to come on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive, including reports for the Clarksville Indians as well as the Clarion Goldfield Dows Cowboys, who are playing optional Week 9 action tonight against the Iowa Falls Alden Cadets. We'll have all that coming up after this break on 104.9 KLMJ, 99 The Wave, streaming around the world at radioonthego.com, as well as Facebook Live and YouTube at Radio on the Go.
Homegrown and locally owned. 99 The Wave is 98.9 Parkersburg, Iowa Falls, Hampton, and on the Go media station.
Highway 57 up. Your go-to guys. From routine maintenance to major repairs and adjustments. They're experts, and they'll do whatever they can for you and your car. Highway 57 Auto in Parkersburg. Highway 57 Auto is Highway 57 Ford, your source for Ford and more in Parkersburg.
We're certified farmer, and we've been the area's farm tax professional since 1975. We can help you know your exact tax position no matter the time of year, so you can make the best decisions all the time. Just like knowing what the weather's going to do. Visit www.farmerfarmer.com to learn more.
It's flu season.
walk-in clinic have flu shots available. Walk in at your convenience or set up an appointment. Don't let the flu catch you off guard. Just stop by our new Parkersburg location across from the post office, Cedar Valley Primary Care and Walk-in Clinic, where we specialize in you.
Contact D&L Sanitation in Sheffield for the most reliable garbage and recycling services in Franklin and Southern Sarah. For extra waste stickers, visit Hampton Hardware or Casey's in Sheffield. That's D&L Sanitation, 641-892-4483.
The number is brought to you by Heart of the Community, a feature heard every weekday at 10:30 on 104.9 KLMJ in 99 Lake. Submit your nonprofit events or meeting at radioonthego.com. They're out there tonight from bottoming out near 32. We are dry for a bit. Sunny on Saturday and Sunday too. That Saturday high upper 50s for the mid 60s Sunday. Windy conditions Monday with a high between 70 and 75. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Dale.
43 degrees in Hampton. The Dale Howard Sports Overdrive continues next.
Power serves up all the classics and hits from the 1960s every Monday through Friday on KLMJ's 60s at 6.
10:18, Shawn Dietz back with you on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive, 104.9 KLMJ 99 The Wave, streaming around the world at radioonthego.com, as well as Facebook Live and youtube.com at Radio On The Go. Shawn Dietz is my name. Glad to have you along with us. Week number 9 and the first week of postseason action. We'll kick off this segment with 8-player action, 8-player postseason first round here. And Clarksville at Riceville was our feature matchup on 104.9 KLMJ tonight. The Riceville Wildcats hosting Clarksville, 64-26 the final score. Joshua Hamlin had the call tonight alongside our very own Mitch Williams as well on KLMJ. Here's Josh with the recap.
I'm Josh Wiggum reporting from Riceville, where on Friday night the Clarksville football team began the 8-player postseason with a first-round game against the Wildcats, and Riceville was able to get their run game going in a big way, and were able to end the Clarksville Indians season by a score of 64-26. Let's get to the action as Riceville scored early and often in the first quarter with 3 touchdowns on 4 plays, as Jack Adams, the quarterback for the Wildcats, had all 3 of them. The first was on the opening play of the game, a 54-yard touchdown run by Adams. It was 8-0 Riceville. The Wildcats scored following a Clarksville punt with 8:55 to go, a 5-yard touchdown run by Adams. And Adams would add another touchdown before the first quarter was done with 6:21 to go, a 21-yard touchdown run by Adams. It was 24-0 Riceville. Riceville would add another touchdown early on in the second quarter, a 5-yard touchdown run by Adams, his 4th touchdown of the game, this time from 5 yards out. And it was 32-0 Riceville with 6:59 to go in the second quarter. As the Clarksville goal would break the shutout, as they would get on the board on a 15-yard touchdown reception by John Stoffer on a 3rd and goal. A big touchdown there for the Indians that would end the shutout. It made it 32-8 after the 2-point conversion was good by Clarksville with 4:28 to go in that first half. But Riceville on the next play from scrimmage would score again, a 71-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Johnny Adams. 2-point conversion was no good, and it was 38-8 Riceville, and the Wildcats were not done before halftime. They would score one more time with 1 minute left before the half. A 1-yard touchdown run by Reagan Richardson, and it made it 44-8 Riceville at the half. A good halftime conversation though for Clarksville, but both of the offense begin the third quarter as they would go 9 plays and punch it in for a touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown run by Nathan Moon that made it 44-14 in favor of Riceville with 6:49 to go in that third quarter. Riceville on their next drive would have their first turnover on downs of the game. Clarksville though would fumble the ball back to the Wildcats, and they would cash it in for a touchdown, a 24-yard touchdown run by Adams, his 5th touchdown of the game with 2:01 to go in the third quarter. Made it 52-14 Wildcats. Clarksville would get back on the board though with 41 seconds left in the third, as a 26-yard touchdown run by Nathan Moon, his 2nd touchdown of the quarter, made it 52-20 in favor of the Wildcats. And Clarksville's defense stepped up big with an interception in the end zone on the opening play of the 4th quarter, ending a
I never know what that is.
potential scoring
sending anything in, so that's why I figured quick interview with Cole on the sidelines is all right.
Oh, yeah. No, that's great. That adds a lot of color to it. That's good. I appreciate it.
Yeah, first half of the game started off really well.
Yeah, I was thinking about posting something like, because AP had a similar situation going on. They were hanging right with. Matter of fact, AP had to leave at the end of the first quarter, I think. 7-6. No. Yeah, 7-6. And then they ended up losing 31-14, I think is what it was. Well, that's what you got to give yourself a chance early, otherwise.
Second half, though, it's like they must have had a really good job. Didn't have such a great job.
Well, yeah, I mean, they haven't been seeded yet, so they still have a little something to play. I mean, they're probably not. I think John and I talked about it. They're probably not going to move. I think they might have been locked in, but you don't want to go into the postseason with a loss.
No. That's what we were trying to do. I really thought we could. I mean, I thought attitudes and everything were great. I thought we were
yeah.
What do you need from me?
On the season and advances in this 8-player postseason. Once again, your final for Riceville in the first round of the 8-player postseason. Riceville 64, Clarksville 26. I'm Josh.
Hey, Josh, thank you very much. Nice job on the call. As always, alongside Mitch Williams on 104.9 KLMJ. Earlier tonight, again, Clarksville's season comes to a close with a 64-26 loss on the road tonight to the Riceville Wildcats. Elsewhere in 8-player first-round action tonight, Don Bosco defeating Springville 66-19. Gladbrook Rhinebeck was a 62-30 winner over Kiev Lansing. Janesville 56-14 over Fort Dodge St. Edmund. And Bishop Garrigan of Algona a 62-15 winner over the Tripola Panthers. Moving on now, we have some what we're calling optional Week 9 games. Now, these are teams that belong to classes that are already playing in the postseason, but these teams didn't make the postseason, so the state allows them to play what they call an optional Week 9 game, and they're allowed to set those up and play those. I say similar to a scrimmage, but the stats count and the records count, so it's not an actual scrimmage. But nonetheless, Week 9 game here for Clarion Goldfield Dow's Cowboys were on the road at Iowa Falls Alden. Dave Stein was there at Cadet Field. He files this report for the Cowboys, 24-13 to win CGD over Iowa Falls Alden.
Dave Stein reporting from Iowa Falls on the Dale Howard Overdrive on KLMJ and 99 The Wave. The Cowboys of Clarion Goldfield Dows would travel for a Week 9 game against the Cadets of Iowa Falls Alden at Cadet Field. Cowboys kick off. Cadets take a little bit of time moving down the field. Finally, at the 5:37 mark, it was Kirsten Klaus hitting Levi Langfitz on a 14-yard pass. PAT was good, put the Cadets up 7-0. Then Caden Onstein for the Cowboys would come in, make a tackle as the Cowboys had pinned the Cadets back deep in their own territory. The Cowboys collect the safety, and they now trail by 5-7-2. We go into the third quarter, 11:52. It's Bryce Lindeman, the big lineman, forces a fumble, scoops it up, and then scampers to the end zone for a few yards out. It's the Cowboys up 9-7. J.D. Moracle at the 6:07 mark have a 1-yard touchdown run. The extra point attempt would be no good. That would make it 7-15. And then we go to the second half. First play of the third quarter after the kick. It was the J.D. Moracle to Huxley Lingenfelter, 43-yard pass. The PAT was good. That made it 22-7 Cowboys. 9:55 left in the ballgame. There was a holding call in the end zone against IFA. That is a safety that puts the Cowboys up 24-7. And then an onside kick on the ensuing play was recovered by the Cadets. With 3:14 left, it would be a Klaus to Overding pass for 80 yards, and that would make the final 24-7 13. Once again, the Cowboys of Clary Goldfield Dows defeat the Cadets of Iowa Falls Alden by a score of 24-13. Reporting for the Dale Howard Overdrive on KLMJ and 99 The Wave.
Thank you very much, Dave. Appreciate it as always. Thanks again for another great season covering the Clary Goldfield Dows Cowboys for us here on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive. Another one of those optional Week 9 games in the area. Another Class 2A team hosting an area team for us here. North Butler from Class A was at 2A New Hampton, 32-8 the final score. North Butler falls on the road to New Hampton. And checking some other scores from postseason action, we'll go and start with Class A here in this round. West Hancock defeating Hartley Melvin Sanborn 65-21 earlier this evening. Madrid was a 41-6 winner, advancing over North Tama. Wapsie Valley defeated the Lake Mills tonight 50-6. It was St. Ansgar over South Winneshiek 54-14, and Nashua Plainfield a 30-14 victory tonight at home over Mason City Newman. Also tonight in Class 2A action, we didn't have any area teams playing in Class 2A postseason action, but we'll go around the horn with some scores of interest there. West Lyon shut out Garner Hayfield Ventura to advance 42-0 the final score there. PCM of Monroe a 41-19 winner over Des Moines Christian. Mid Prairie of Wellman 35-7 over Union LaPorte City. Central Lyon George Little Rock 60-32 the final score over the Forest City Indians. West Marshall defeating West Liberty 34-6, and 53-13 was the final score in Osage as the Green Devils take down the Jessup Jayhawks to advance in the Class 2A postseason. Now, with all of these postseason scores for 8-player A, 1A, 2A, they'll reseed all of these, and they'll have new brackets out at 10 a.m. tomorrow, and then they'll have what they call pods of 4, I think is how they term that, and then we'll march on into the remainder of the postseason from there. The remaining 3 classes, 3A, 4A, and 5A, we'll all find out their assignments tomorrow as well, and the state will drop all of that coming up at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Let's go around the horn with our local scores one more time here. Class 1A first round action, Applington-Parkersburg on the road. Our feature matchup tonight on 99 The Wave at Wilton. Wilton with the victory 38-14. Dike New Hartford at home tonight with a 54-0 drubbing of Ogden. 54-0 Wolverines over Ogden tonight. Top-ranked Grundy Center continues to roll. 55-16 the final score at Spartan Stadium tonight over visiting Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont. Number 5 South Hardin advances to the next round with a 40-7 win in Eldora tonight over Pella Christian. In 8-player first-round action on 104.9 KLMJ tonight, the Clarksville Indians fall on the road to the Riceville Wildcats, 64-26, the final score. Regular season action saw Hampton-Dumont-CAL hosting the other Bulldogs from the North Central Conference and District 2. 31-6, the final score. The 4th-ranked Algona Bulldogs win over Hampton-Dumont-CAL on senior night over the Hampton-Dumont-CAL Bulldogs. And in optional Week 9 matchups, Clary Goldfield Dows wins over Iowa Falls Alden 24-13, and Class 2A's New Hampton Chickasaws a 32-8 win over visiting North Butler from Class A. Stay tuned. Lots more to come on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive. We'll reload some reports, gather some more scores from you, and don't forget, we also have the Radio Iowa High School Scoreboard Show coming your way at the top of the 11 p.m. hour. Tony Atzini and his crew will take over with the Radio Iowa High School Football Scoreboard Show. Our friends at Radio Iowa have been doing this statewide recap for many years. Tony and team do a fantastic job recapping all the scores from around the state, including summaries from some of our fine colleagues in Iowa radio, also the occasional coach interview. It's the Radio Iowa High School Football Scoreboard Show, 11 to 11:30 here on 104.9 KLMJ and 99 The Wave. Stay tuned.
Friday Night Football throughout North Iowa. Brought to you again this year by Dale Howard's Auto Center. That's Dale Howard's and Iowa Falls.
Fertilizers for your fields, seed for next year, and propane for when you want it. Your locally innovative Ag Services Center has what you need. They buy grain too. This fall, contact Owen in Cleves or Jordan in Faulkner at Innovative Ag, building relationships to maximize success. Dumont Telephone Company now has the ability to text customer service outage and restore information. If you are a Dumont Telephone customer and would like to receive notices by text, please call our office at 641-857-3211. Thank you from Dumont Telephone Company.
Davis Johnson for Iowa State Clarksville, Kesley, and Parkersburg. If you look into the eyes of a young athlete, you will see fire and determination that only comes from believing in yourself. Look to that young athlete. They are dreams.
This weekend fairway, USDA Choice Boneless Shoulder Tenders, $8.88 a pound. All natural thick cut Iowa pork chops, $1.88 a pound. Bacon wrapped chicken grillers, $6.99 each. And extra meaty hand cut loin back pork ribs, $3.88 a pound. Hampton Fairway, always fresh, always fairway.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, they treat people like people. Together, they'll work with you to create an insurance plan that's right for you. Contact Farm Bureau agent Justin Mayman or Dennis Jungling and Allison. It's your future. Let's protect it.
At First Security Bank and Trust, we know the importance of teamwork. A team shares the same goal and vision, and that equates to success. Work hard, set your goals, and you will succeed as a team. We are here as your bank team, and we can also help you succeed. First Security Bank and Trust, member FDIC, firstsecurity.bank.
It's time to shift gears into overdrive. Nightly Dale Howard Sports Drive on KLMJ and KQCR goes into overdrive with high school football scores and reports. The action is high school. Hi, this is Tony Howard. Just like Dale Howard's Auto Center in Iowa Falls has a 3-generation tradition in service excellence, Dale Howard is proud to again sponsor this Friday night World Iowa football tradition with Radio on the Go. Station stories, and reporters on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive.
Good evening, high school football fans, and welcome back into the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive for week number 9, the final week of the regular season for one of our area teams, some of our area teams, actually, technically, and also the opening round of postseason action for others. Several 1A teams. We'll run through our local scores here for you here on 104.9 KLMJ, 99 The Wave, streaming around the world at radioonthego.com, as well as Facebook Live and youtube.com/@radioonthego. That's where you can find us. Make sure you subscribe and like our pages. Class 1A first round action tonight. The Applington-Parkersburg Falcons were on the road tonight. That was our feature matchup on 99 The Wave. They were at 6th-ranked Wilton, and 38-14 was the final score. The AP Falcons have their season come to a close with a loss on the road tonight, 38-14. Again, the final score, Wilton over Applington-Parkersburg. Elsewhere in 1A first-round action, 3 wins for our area teams elsewhere. Number 2, Dyke New Hartford gets the shutout win at home tonight over Ogden, 54-0. The Wolverines roll. The Grundy Center Spartans also continue to roll. The top-ranked team in Class 1A and defending state champion Grundy Center Spartans, a 55-16 win over visiting Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont. And number 5, South Hardin gets a 40-7 win in Eldora tonight over Pella Christian. 8-player first-round action. Our feature matchup on 104.9 KLMJ tonight had the Clarksville Indians on the road at Riceville, 64-26, the final score. Riceville ends Clarksville's season with a 64-26 decision there in Riceville. Regular season action in Class 3A District 2, 4th-ranked Algona took care of Hampton-Dumont-CAL tonight, 31-6 at Bulldog Stadium in Hampton tonight. The Hampton-Dumont-CAL season comes to an end tonight. The Bulldogs with a 3-6 overall record on the 2024 campaign. Optional Week 9 matchups for Class 2A and A from our area saw Clarion Goldfield Dows defeating Iowa Falls Alden tonight, 24-13. North Butler, a Class A team, was visiting a Class 2 opponent in New Hampton. The New Hampton Chickasaws get that win 32-8 over the visiting North Butler Bearcats tonight. And also in action, the Belmont Clemmy Broncos hosted Eagle Grove, and the West Fork Warhawks hosted the BCLEW Comets. We do not have scores on those games just yet. We will pass them along to you as soon as we have them, and we'll have them available at radioonthego.com as well. We'll get our reports lined up and come back with more right after this on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive, 104.9 KLMJ, 99 The Wave, KQCR. Stay tuned.
Arlington and Eldora, we've got the music locked in on 99 The Wave.
Mid-Iowa Electric Motors and Equipment has over 20,000 square foot of inventory, making it the largest motor warehouse in North Iowa. I'm Ryan Lehner. We are your leading source of replacement motors with more than 2,500 motors in stock. Visit us online at midiowa.com and on location at Mason City and now in downtown Cascade, Iowa.
State-of-the-art physical therapy services are available by Franklin General Hospital, including therapy for athletes and parents recuperating from surgery. Appointments are available Monday through Friday from 7 o'clock a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. at Franklin General Hospital.
Weather is brought to you by Heart of the Community, a feature heard every weekday at 10:30 on 104.9 KLMJ and 99 The Wave. Your nonprofit events are meeting at radioonthego.com. You're out there tonight, although bottoming out your 32. We are dry for a bit. Sunny on Saturday and Sunday too. That Saturday high upper 50s from the mid 60s Sunday. Windy conditions Monday are high between 70 and 75. I'm Edie, you're on.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. 10:37 is the time, 42 degrees. More scores and reports come your way on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive next.
Listen to Latimer, Sheffield to Clarksville, and Green to Alden. 104.9 KLMJ, where listening feels like home.
10:38 is the time. Shawn Dietz in studio with you here on the Crown Jewel Studios in Hampton, Iowa. 104.9 KLMJ, 99 The Wave. Happy Friday. Have you heard Yacht Rock Radio yet? It comes your way each and every Sunday on 99 The Wave. Join Captain Adam from noon until 2 for all the smooth sounds of saxophones, velvety vocals, and travel back in time while you ride the calm seas with Yacht Rock Radio each Sunday afternoon on 99 The Wave. Let's see here. We're going to go and check some postseason scores here in just a little bit. First, we want to check Class 3A District 2 action. Hampton-Dumont-CAL at home tonight. They fall to number 4 Algona 31-6 in regular season action. Top-ranked Humboldt defeated Webster City 28-14, and number 15 Clear Lake with the 56-0 shutout win at home over the visiting Charles City Comets. And before we get to more postseason action, we've got the Hampton-Dumont-CAL report here from Chris Sauk, who is the PA announcer at Bulldog Stadium for Hampton-Dumont-CAL. Does a very fine job. We'll send it to Chris now, who is there with this report.
This is Chris Sauk reporting from Hampton for the Dale Howard Overdrive and KLMJ 99 The Wave. Tonight, Hampton-Dumont-CAL hosted number 4 Algona in the regular season finale. Scoring started right away in the first quarter. Algona took the opening drive, 58 yards, capping it off with a Will Weichert 4-yard touchdown run. Tate Slagle made the kick, and with 6:54 left in the first quarter, the score was Algona 7, Hampton-Dumont-CAL 0. Later in the first quarter, Hampton-Dumont-CAL Bulldogs got on the scoreboard, capping off a 56-yard drive with a Riders Trail 9-yard touchdown run. The kick was no good. With 1:46 left in the first quarter, the score was Algona 7, Hampton-Dumont-CAL 6. In the second quarter, Algona converted a 53-yard drive late in the quarter with a 32-yard touchdown pass from Nathan Mansky to Will Weichert. Slagle's kick was good, and with 54 seconds left in the second quarter, the score was Algona 14, Hampton-Dumont-CAL 6. Starting the second half, Hampton-Dumont-CAL got the kickoff. But during that drive, Will Weichert picked off a Riders Trail pass and returned it to the HD-CAL 36-yard line. The Hampton-Dumont-CAL defense stepped up and kept Algona out of the end zone on the short field. And after a punt and trading downs, Algona eventually completed a scoring drive for 58 yards with a 45-yard touchdown run by Will Weichert. Slagle's kick was good, and with 2:21 left in the third quarter, the score was Algona 21, Hampton-Dumont-CAL 6. In the fourth quarter, Algona got the ball on a short field after a failed fake punt attempt by Hampton-Dumont-CAL. So they capped off a 26-yard drive with an 8-yard touchdown pass, Nathan Mansky to Tate Garman. With 7:37 left in the fourth quarter, the score was 28-6 in favor of Algona. Later in the quarter, Algona added more points with a 32-yard field goal from Tate Slagle. With 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, the score was 31-6 in favor of Algona, and that is what the final score ended up being here in Hampton tonight. Algona's record moves to 8-1. Hampton-Dumont-CAL's record moves to 3-6. Once again, Algona defeated Hampton-Dumont-CAL tonight by a score of 31-6 here in Hampton. This is Chris.
Thank you very much, Chris. Appreciate your coverage all season long here and the fine job you do up there in the press box for the Hampton-Dumont-CAL Bulldogs. Sending things now to the sideline with 104.9 KLMJ and 99 The Wave, our very own Colt Powers. Instant reaction from head coach Cole Miller.
Numbers 104.9 KLMJ 99 The Wave here with Coach Miller from Hampton, where HD falls to Algona 31-6. For the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive here on Friday night. Coach Miller, I know the game did not go the way we wanted it to, but the kids fought hard. Any final thoughts here on the season?
Yeah, our kids, like you said, they fought hard this game. They fought hard all season, and they battled a lot of adversity this season from, key players going out or close games not going our way, and they never quit. And they, like you said, they battled to the very end tonight, and I'm super proud of those guys. And watching them break it down the last time, and seeing everyone saying goodbye to the seniors and thanking them, and it's bittersweet because it's a cool experience to see just how much those guys meant to the players and how much those guys meant to the coaching staff. And you never want to see your senior class go. So definitely a class that's going to be missed. They had a lot of grit. They were tough players, and they were some great leaders for us.
Absolutely. It was a hard-fought season all around, and it was a really good season, I thought. And it's, like I said, it's tough to see the kids go. It is bittersweet, especially the end of a football season. We all love football. I know I do. I talk about it every day. So, but it was a good season, and those kids fought hard. So appreciate the time and appreciate the season, Coach.
Yeah, thank you, and I'm glad to do it. I'm happy to be around these guys every day, and hopefully I can teach them a little bit more than just football. But the young teams, they're going to get back to work real soon, and they'll be ready to hopefully have a good season next year. So I appreciate you following us and keeping everyone updated on how we're doing.
Absolutely, and the weight room's ready for us Monday morning, right?
Maybe probably give them a week off, let them rest and recover, and then I'm sure they'll be back at it.
They will be right back at it. All right. Coach Miller here from Hampton, where HD falls to Algona 31-6 in a hard-fought battle here at Bulldog Stadium for the final 31-6. Thanks again, Coach Miller.
All right, thank you very much, Colt. Appreciate that. And thanks to Coach Cole Miller for his time as well. Now moving to Class 1A postseason action. Grundy Center, the top-ranked team in Class 1A, defeated Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont tonight 55-16. Dyke New Hartford earns a shutout win in first-round action 54-0 over visiting Ogden. Manson Northwest Webster an 18-7 win over visiting Hudson. South Hardin gets the 40-7 win over Pella Christian tonight to advance. Sumner Fredericksburg 12-0, the final score on the road over Beckman Catholic of Dyersville. And MFL Marmac gets the win at home, edging Alburnett 24-21. Our feature game tonight on 99 The Wave. Also Class 1A, Applington Parkersburg on the road at Wilton. 38-14, the final score. AP's season comes to a close. John Mowinkle had the call on 99 The Wave.
Parkersburg football team certainly competed hard, but had its season come to a close with a 38-14 loss at number 6 in 1A Wilton on Friday night in the first round of the Class 1A playoffs. Falcons have ended their season at 2-7 overall. However, the Falcons, especially in the first half, put themselves in a position to compete in this thing. Wilton scored a touchdown on the first drive of the game with a quarterback keeper for a rushing score. Then AP had some adversity early. They fumbled on their second snap of the game, but then they forced a turnover on downs by Wilton in AP territory. So that seemed to be kind of a turning point for the Falcons. They marched down the field, and Devin Eberhardt ends up punching in a touchdown. AP goes up 7-6 because Wilton went for 2 a whole bunch of times in this one and missed all but one of them. The teams ended up trading fumbles. Wilton fumbled on the ensuing kickoff right after AP scored. So AP got it back, but then AP fumbles it back to Wilton a few plays later. The teams trade punts. Wilton adds a rushing touchdown by their running back Owen Hassel to take a 12-7 lead. Into the halftime break, AP came out with the ball first in the third quarter with a chance to possibly score and take the lead down 12-7. However, they drove down inside the 20-yard line into the red zone and turned it over on downs. That was followed by a rushing touchdown by Owen Hassel, Wilton's running back, and then Hayden Hill comes in, busts off 2 long runs to combine for about 50 yards, and Wilton was off to the races at that point. And a couple of touchdowns in the fourth quarter by Hassel again. He finished with 3 rushing touchdowns for the Beavers and a passing touchdown from Drew Keith to Gatlin Rogers to finish out the scoring. AP ended up turning it over 5 times, including 3 interceptions and 2 fumbles, and it proved to certainly be costly. Despite how the scoreboard ended up, interim coach Aaron Thomas says his team certainly competed really well, put themselves in position to compete in a playoff environment, and they did so on the road as well.
I just thought we fought the whole game. That's something we've been working on all game because we haven't done it all year. We like when things kind of went bad, but at times we spit a bit, and then it got bad. But the guys kept battling, kept playing, and I just appreciate their attitude for the start. They came in here expecting to win. You could see that. Unfortunately, first half we hurt ourselves with some turnovers and things where I really think we were moving the ball. We kind of had them on the ropes the first half. We needed to get more out of that, and then the second half and even a couple of their touchdowns the first half we just didn't tackle well enough. But just super proud of the kids and appreciate their fight and their work ethic all year.
Creighton Everhart bursted onto the scene with 21 carries for 106 yards to lead the Falcons. Mason Brusner, 15 carries for 63 yards. Touchdown runs by both Benny Waller and Devin Everhart. Waller in the passing game was just 3 of 14 and 3 interceptions as well. Leading receiver for the Falcons was Caleb Campbell with 1 reception for 10 yards. Meanwhile, Wilton as a team rushed for 294 yards, including 148 yards on 22 carries by their big-time running back, Owen Hassel. He had 3 touchdowns. Quarterback Drew Keith of the Beavers was 10 of 22 passing with 1 touchdown for Wilson. Beavers move to 8-1, and they will host a opponent to be determined next week in the second round of the playoffs. AP has their season come to a close at 2-7 overall. Once again, the final score, number 6-1, Wilton, 38, Appleton Cartersburg, 14. I'm John Mullen, reporting.
Thank you very much, John. Nice call on 99 The Wave, as always. And moving now to 8-player postseason action in the first round. Don Bosco defeated Springville tonight, 66-19. The final score, Gladbrook-Rhinebeck, 62-30 over Key of Lansing. Janesville was a 56-14 winner at home over Fort Dodge St. Edmund. And Tripolo was on the road to Algona to take on Bishop Garrigan. And Garrigan comes away with the 62-15 win over the visiting Panthers. Also an 8-player first-round action tonight. Our feature matchup on 104.9 KLMJ saw Riceville defeat Clarksville. Joshua Hamlin and Mitch Williams had the call tonight in Riceville on KLMJ. Here's Josh Hamlin with the recap.
I'm Josh Hamlin reporting from Riceville, where on Friday night the Clarksville football team began the 8-player postseason with a first-round game against the Wildcats. And Riceville was able to get their run game going in a big way and were able to end the Clarksville Indians season by a score of 64-26. Let's get to the action as Riceville scored early and often in the first quarter with 3 touchdowns on 4 plays. As Jack Adams, the quarterback for the Wildcats, had all 3 of them. The first was on the opening play of the game, a 54-yard touchdown run by Adams. It was 8-0 Riceville. The Wildcats scored following a Clarksville punt with 8:55 to go, a 5-yard touchdown run by Adams. And Adams would add another touchdown before the first quarter was done. With 6:21 to go, a 21-yard touchdown run by Adams. It was 24-0 Riceville. Riceville would add another touchdown early on in the second quarter. A 5-yard touchdown run by Adams. His 4th touchdown of the game, this time from 5 yards out. And it was 32-0 Riceville with 6:59 to go in the second quarter. Yeah, so Clarksville, though, would break the shutout as they would get on the board on a 15-yard touchdown reception by John Stoffer on a 3rd and goal. A big touchdown there for the Indians that would end the shutout. It made it 32-8 after the 2-point conversion was good by Clarksville with 4:28 to go in that first half. But Riceville on the next play from scrimmage would score again a 71-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Johnny Adams. 2-point conversion was no good. And it was 38-8 Riceville, and the Wildcats were not done before halftime. They would score one more time with 1 minute left before the half. A 1-yard touchdown run by Reagan Richardson. 44-8 Riceville at the half. A good halftime conversation, though, for Clarksville would motivate the offense to begin the third quarter as they would go 9 plays and punch it in for a touchdown, a 7-yard touchdown run by Nathan Moon that made it 44-14 in favor of Riceville with 6:49 to go in that third quarter. Riceville on their next drive would have their first turnover on downs of the game. Clarksville, though, would fumble the ball back to the Wildcats, and they would cash it in for a touchdown, a 24-yard touchdown run by Adams, his 5th touchdown of the game with 2:01 to go in the third quarter, made it 52-14 Wildcats. Clarksville would get back on the board, though, with 41 seconds left in the third, as a 26-yard touchdown run by Nathan Moon, his 2nd touchdown of the quarter, made it 52-20 in favor of the Wildcats. And Clarksville's defense stepped up big with an interception in the end zone on the opening play of the fourth quarter, ending a Riceville potential scoring drive to get the football back. But Clarksville, though, would turn over the ball at their own 30 after getting that turnover. Riceville, though, would get the ball back off that turnover on downs and score another touchdown, the 6th touchdown of the night for quarterback Jack Adams for the Wildcats, a 31-yard touchdown, made it 58-20 in favor of Riceville. But Clarksville would get on the board one more time, a 22-yard touchdown carry by Kevin Thielman, his first touchdown of the night on the first play from scrimmage at the Riceville 22 that made it 58-26. And Riceville would add one more score before the game was done, a 30-yard pick six by Johnny Adams late in the fourth quarter to raise our final score of Riceville 64, Clarksville 26. Looking at some of your leaders in this game for Riceville, it was their run game. They had 31 carries for 338 yards unofficially, 7 touchdowns in the game. 6 of those credited to their senior quarterback, Jack Adams. And then for Clarksville, they were led offensively by Nathan Moon. He had 37 carries for 152 on the ground and 2 touchdowns. And then Kevin Thielman, 6 carries for 46 yards unofficially and a touchdown for the Indians. As Clarksville season will come to an end here, as they end their season at 6-4 overall, Riceville will improve to 8-1 on the season and advances in this 8-player postseason. Once again, your final from Riceville in the first round of the 8-player postseason. Riceville 64, Clarksville 26.
Thank you very much, Josh. You and Mitch had a nice call on KLMJ, as always, tonight here on 104.9 KLMJ. Elsewhere in playoff action tonight, no area teams playing in Class A, but some scores of interest. West Hancock defeated Hartley Melvin Sanborn 65-21. Madrid over North Tama 41-6. Wapsie Valley over Lake Mills 50-6. St. Ansgar was a 54-14 winner at home over South Winneshiek, and Nashua Plainfield defeated Newman Catholic out of Mason City 30-14. Class 2A postseason action in the first round. West Lyon shut out Garner Hayfield Ventura 42-0. It was PCM of Monroe over Des Moines Christian 41-19. Mid Prairie Wellman a 35-7 win at home over Union LaPorte City. Central Lyon George Little Rock was a 60-32 winner in a high-scoring affair at home over the visiting Forest City Indians. West Marshall 34-6 over West Liberty, and Osage 53-13 over Jessup and Osage tonight. And in optional Week 9 action here in Class 2A, Clarion Goldfield Dows is a 24-13 winner at Iowa Falls. Alden, Dave Stein has the report.
Back reporting from Iowa Falls of the Dale Howard Overdrive on KLMJ and 99 The Wave. The Cowboys of Clarion Goldfield Dows would travel for a Week 9 game against the Cadets of Iowa Falls Alden at Cadet Field. Cowboys kick off. Cadets take a little bit of time moving down the field. Finally, at the 5:37 mark, it was Carson Klaus hitting Levi Langfitz on a 14-yard pass. PAT was good, put the Cadets up 7-0. Then Caden Honstein for the Cowboys would come in, make a tackle as the Cowboys had pinned the Cadets back deep in their own territory. The Cowboys collect the safety, and they now trail by 5-7-2. We go into the third quarter, 11:52. It's Bryce Lindeman, the big lineman, forces a fumble, scoops it up, and then scampers to the end zone for a few yards out. Puts the Cowboys up 9-7. J.D. Moracle at the 6:07 mark have a 1-yard touchdown run. The extra point attempt would be no good. That would make it 7-15. And then we go to the second half. First play of the third quarter after the kick. It was a J.D. Moracle to Huxley Lingenfelter, 43-yard pass. The PAT was good. That made it 22-7 Cowboys. 9:55 left in the ballgame. There was a holding call in the end zone against IFA. That is a safety. That puts the Cowboys up 24-7. And then an onside kick on the ensuing play was recovered by the Cadets. With 3:14 left, it would be a Klaus to Oberding pass for 80 yards, and that would make the final 24-13. Once again, the Cowboys are clearing goal.
Thank you very much, Dave. Appreciate it as always. Great job. Appreciate your help this season and every season. Dave Stein with the Clarion Goldfield Dallas Cowboys, who win tonight on the road over Iowa Falls Halden, 24-13. Also in area week 9 action, North Butler on the road at 2A New Hampton, and New Hampton defeated North Butler 32-8. More online at radioonthego.com. We're reaching the top of the hour, and that means it's almost time for Tony Yatsini and his crew to take over with the Radio Iowa High School Football Scoreboard Show. They'll recap scores from all around the state, including summaries from some of our fine colleagues in Iowa radio, as well as the occasional coach interview. The Radio Iowa High School Football Scoreboard Show comes your way next on 104.9 KLMJ, 99 The Wave, and radioonthego.com. Have a great weekend.
Sports Overdrive, the extended scoreboard show Friday night football throughout the time. Dale Howard's Auto Center. That's Dale Howard in Iowa Falls, where the action goes.
Hit that fucking post, baby. On the rotator screwed me.
KLMJ 104.9.
This has been a presentation of Radio on the Go Sports.
Looking to skyrocket your brand's visibility? Look no further. On the Go Media delivers cutting-edge digital advertising solutions tailored just for you. Reach your audience wherever they are with precision targeting and captivating content. Elevate your brand with On the Go Media. Your digital success starts here. Contact us today. Email radio@radioonthego.com to grow your business with On the Go Digital. Locally owned and operated in Hampton, Iowa.